sports fans, welcome to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Are you not hearing me?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, well, that would be Joe's fault because that one there's supposed to be his. Forget it now.
We're all on the same
We're all live now. So
it's a live radio.
Yeah, a live radio show. We are at the Lincoln Park District today for the Logan County baseball tournament.
Oh yeah.
And we're just out in right field here. Hopefully they don't have a guy that can hit over the fence, or we're going to get hit right in the back of the head. But the crew's here. Jake Johnston, Joe Ryan, Lloyd Kirby, and Jim Ash here in front of the new concession stand. I guess I've never seen this before. The last time I was here, it was a little green wooden shack, and it's pretty nice out here.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. The last time I was here, that was the bathroom in the wooden shack. This is very, very nice.
Very nice. Nice brick building. About the same design as the one over on the new field.
I don't think I've ever seen the pavilion.
And they got a pavilion. And, yeah, it doesn't look real old either.
Oh, that's nice.
The 4x4s or 6x6s are still, looking brand new. It's nice out here, Jake.
It's nice.
That's John Anders getting some things done out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Making things happen.
He always is.
Speaking of getting things done, I had some football last night, fellas.
What?
The Lincoln Rail Splitters were at home. Mount Zion Braves came to town, and Lincoln held their own. The final score was 34-13, but it was much closer.
I was going to say,
than
great
throughout
first
the
half.
game. I'm pretty sure Lincoln had the lead at one time, if I'm correct, 7-0, and so. Playing some good football. Got some talented kids out there, some athletes.
Got some athletes.
That makes a difference. So,
offensive line's playing really hard, and defense getting after them too.
So yeah, that's good for them. And we'll get Coach Silky on here as soon as we can round him up. I don't know if Lloyd had a chance to talk to him last night. No, but yeah, we like to get Coach in here. He's got to be excited about the team, the direction they're going. Obviously, it's the start of the Apollo Conference.
Yep.
So
the seniors got to be excited too. Keep competing well last night. And
you get
that first win.
Yeah, you get your first win in week 1, so that's got to build your morale.
Yeah.
And Mount Zion's a good team.
Yeah.
They're a solid team year in, year out, and you only lose by 21 points, 3 touchdowns. I mean, that might sound like a lot, but in realty.
Yeah, no. Lincoln, I was going to say, you get late in the game, the fourth quarter and whatnot, and
it's that close. A play here or there, it doesn't go your way. And
I think that could end up being one of our main rivals, Mount Zion. I mean, people think it might be Taylorville.
Yeah.
But we've always played Mount Zion tough in the past. It's always kind of been a little, hey, we'll get you, you'll get us type game. So I think they might end up being one of our big rivals in this new conference, along with Taylorville. But I think Mount Zion will be too.
Mount Zion, yeah. And like I said, it's the first year of it, and it's Lincoln going in the right direction. Over in the Central State 8, just a score and a game that an upset.
Yeah, it's hard to leave that conference alone, isn't it?
It is. I mean, just because
probably will for a couple of years.
SHG has been the staple team in that conference for years. They're always the top of it. Them in Rochester. Well, they got some company, fellas. Decatur MacArthur. They beat SHG last night, 34-32.
Which I'm in shock.
I am too, and you were talking off air, Joe, that there had to be some other circumstances because that just doesn't sound right with Decatur MacArthur. I think coming off of 2 1-8 seasons, and
I think they had I know they have a back on the team. I believe his name is Johnson that is running a 4.5 He's supposedly supposed to be a real, an athlete. I saw some.
That's bugging me.
I saw some highlight clips of him. I don't know where that came from.
I don't either, Joe. It's kind of hard to tell.
But he is supposed to be, he's very good, but not very often does one person beat an SHG team. So be interesting to see what went on there. And you always kind of pay attention right now to U-High because they're jumping into the Central State 8, and I think they went out and got their first win last night. Big W, for the Pioneers.
Let's go over to the Apollo. Mahomet Seymour, they beat Charleston 24-12. And we just mentioned Mount Zion over Lincoln 34-13. Effingham, this might be another shocker. Effingham beats Taylorville 50-37.
Yes, that's a shocker.
That is a shocker.
Yeah.
Taylorville, preseason favorite for the top, maybe them and Mount Zion in the top of that conference. But
I talked to Coach Odom last week after Taylorville's winning, and he said they played very sloppily. He said, we won the game, but we were sloppy and a lot of things didn't go right. So maybe they don't have it quite fixed over there yet.
Well, that's why you play the game, Joe.
That's exactly right.
Anything can happen. Mascoutah, which they're not in Apollo Conference, they beat the snot out of Mattoon 48-9. So who are we missing? There's 7 teams in that conference. Oh, nobody. Never mind.
We're missing each other.
That's 7. So, Apollo.
See how quick we are with math?
And it's still early in the season, so
Scott's counting ability will be getting better as the season
Really
goes
had
on.
me. I started trying to think, now who are we missing?
Who are we missing? Well, it's just so weird only
drug me
seeing
in.
7 teams in the conference when you're used to, 11? Or what do we have, 9?
At 10, I believe, at one time.
9 or 10, so, yeah, it's a smaller conference. I saw the new school bus over there, the white bus for the Railers.
Sharp, they parked her over there and put her on display, didn't they?
On display last night as the crowd gathered around the tent for brats from compliments of Jim Examus Ford. They had their annual first game brat giveaway and
Tailgate party.
tailgate party. So it's exciting. An exciting time of year. College football's kicked off. Preseason NFL football is finally over, and they will be kicking off the season Thursday.
I think I'm going to cheer for those Miami Dolphins this year a little bit.
You would.
You know what? I've always liked what they do, things they run,
You're just
what
a
they've got
Cutler
going
fan.
on,
You got
and
a
now they have
jersey.
Cutler.
Yeah, well, you can root all you want.
That's a good game. When you get on that NFL Network and you pop out and watch a game in Miami, you've got it going on. It's nice out there, sunny. And now Cutler's there.
Now Cutler.
Might be my second favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. Here we go, Miami.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hopefully, you know what?
He's liking them fish.
You're liking them.
How will they do, you think?
And they're
Cutler, will
not
he be a
good.
baby?
Not good.
Not good.
Because his excuse was, boy, losing sure drug me down in Chicago.
Well, he had a
was
lot to
big
do with
part of that.
He had a lot to do with that. Hey, as we mentioned, we're here at the Park District for the Logan County Tourney. Looks like Mount Pulaski and WLB are kicking the morning off right behind us here.
Yeah, it looked like Mount Pulaski got on the board right away.
And Lincoln Junior High, they're at home today versus Marora at 10 o'clock. And
wait a minute.
why aren't they in the Logan County Tourney?
Don't worry about
Wait
the
a minute.
cords.
Where?
They're at home, Lincoln, against Maroa. Is that wrong?
Oh, you said Moreau. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
He said Moreau.
Nice try,
You're gonna have
Jake.
to play that back.
Aurora. I missed
Yeah.
it, too.
I can't believe you missed that.
That's how they pronounce
I
it
was
over there.
watching that kid run through the cords.
Yeah, see, now I know why you guys show up. You guys just show up to wait for me to screw up. And
Joe and I
mean,
were
you
talking
don't-
about this earlier.
You bring no
this week.
knowledge
Said the
whatsoever.
We have absolutely no knowledge.
No
of anything.
knowledge.
None.
No.
That's exactly right. It's
Or
It's
sad.
really a show
no
about
knowledge
nothing.
or any color coordination here. He just looks like he. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this pink and black go together, and I put on my Cardinal hat.
It's
America's team.
America's team.
faded burgundy. It'll be pink.
It was
one
in the
of these
trunk,
days.
and I didn't have a hat, so there you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
I tell you what, we went over to Normal last night and played a very good team. So
Uh-oh.
if you're out there following high school sports, man, Normal community, I think they're ranked 6th in 7A. They're
How
good.
many kids are in that school? Has to be like
2,400, I think. Wow. 2,200 because Bloomington has 1,400. 2,200.
let's try Lloyd.
But I tell you what,
I
they're
didn't even hear it.
solid. They're big and platoon and fast and good.
good.
We'll see how they do later on.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and it's like the best time of the year, guys. You got
a little bit of fall.
a little bit of fall, nice crisp air. A little chilly this morning. Had to put on a sweatshirt, but the baseball playoffs are rolling up, and football's kicking off. And Jim just got an ugly look on his face because he's a Cardinal fan.
I'm actually kind of excited about the moves they made just a couple days ago.
You like him getting rid of Leak?
I loved him. I didn't like it when they signed him, but hey, I was hopeful. But now that he's gone, I have rumors that the reason he was moved was the Cardinals wanted to demote him. They want to put him in the bullpen, and he said, I'm not pitching in the bullpen. He says, well, we're going to send you to AAA. He's like, I tell you what, find me a team to go to, and I'll waive my no trade.
Yeah. Why would he not want to go to the bullpen? I mean, because it's just that competent he can. That he's.
Hey, I think
are you gonna play the drums?
Arizona Cardinals are calling me. Want me to play today, Joe?
All right. Good idea.
Just got a call from Arizona.
They probably want to talk about it.
They want to.
They were probably hoping to get on the air. Send them a text back and say, "Hey,
they heard Joe say it's America's team, and it might be Neil Lomax calling in, or
that might be Neil."
Yeah. So we just don't know. Hey, let's take a commercial break, guys. We come back. We'll talk some college football. Obviously, we're going to talk some NFL, Major League Baseball. But today we are at the Lincoln Park District for the 2017 Logan County Baseball Tournament. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM.
In the park,
and we're back. His mic's dead, Jim. I don't know if you know this or not. You're the one that switched them all around.
Yeah. You know what? This is a professional show.
He is the most dangerous producer in the world.
Well, I hope we don't lose our ranking. Number one rated sports show
in Logan County
between 9 and 10.
9 and 10 o'clock.
Well, that was going to be our. I have a stack full of Knights Action Park tickets, and if you can come by here and tell us the number one rated show in Logan County from 9 to 10,
and we've already given a hint.
On Saturdays, I'll give you as many as you want, but you have to use them.
You have to use them.
I don't have 1,000.
You want to see a picture of you.
Monday's the last day, and it's going to be hot Monday.
We want to see a picture of you.
There's probably about 15 here. I mean,
I tell you what, fellas, we got some ball game. Hey, did I lose my job during the commercial break?
Didn't know you had one.
I got fired. I think Jim said I was fired.
I think you are.
From what? From how do you get fired from doing nothing?
I was going to say, I didn't even know I was a part of this show. I just keep showing up.
Yeah, well, speaking of baseball, we are at the Lincoln Park District for the 2017 Logan County Tournament. Junior high is not involved in this.
No.
Is that just because size of school? Okay, that makes sense. But
I should let them be in it for the heck.
Got Mount Pulaski team matching up against WLB right now. It's a barn burner.
So who else? Obviously Mount Pulaski, WLB, Chester East, Carroll Catholic,
Carroll,
Hartsburg Emden. They in it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe they're out there right now. New Holland Middletown, do they still have their own team?
I think they're with Carroll.
They are with Carroll on that.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. What about Zion?
They're with Carroll.
Carroll.
Oh, they merged them all three, huh?
They're a powerhouse now.
That would be a powerhouse.
So is there a school we're forgetting? No, it's not.
And what's that little town that's near here?
Manito. That's just outside of Logan County.
Yeah, it's their neighbors.
Still the funniest thing ever said on this show.
It's the funniest thing ever. I don't know that that's true.
I still get a chuckle out of it. It's like an old Seinfeld episode.
Like
every time
Santa Claus. You're like a bowl full of jelly.
Well, I thought we had a good game going on back out here, guys.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't have eyes in the back of my head.
I was thinking we would
I just
have some
spun the
coaches
chair around.
or something.
I'm looking the other direction now.
Looking the other direction.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So baseball all day today out here. I don't know if it's is it a round robin or is just you play one game and done? Do we know?
No, it's a tournament.
It's a tournament, huh?
Yeah.
It's
always like tournaments.
Full-blown tournament.
Yep.
Well, let's change the station.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better day.
Let's change the station. And did anybody watch the fight?
Oh, no, I didn't.
You're bringing up the fight. I did.
You did?
I did.
I was under the weather. Wasn't feeling good. I was in bed pretty early, fellas.
I tell you what, I differ on the scoring with a lot of the peoples there. I feel McGregor won the first 4 rounds.
Really?
That kind of did too.
Yeah. The first round was the closest, I would say, but I still feel like McGregor got more shots in and was moving better. And they gave that one to Mayweather, 10-9. and I think McGregor waxed him on the next 3 rounds after that. And then fatigue started setting in a little bit, and things started slowing down. And I don't think he was done. I think the official called it a little early.
Yeah, I think he did jump in a little early, but I mean, yeah.
Because McGregor wasn't getting hurt. He was winded, but he wasn't getting hurt.
Yeah, he was pretty beat up, it looked like, afterwards. But he's also used to getting...
Have you seen him after an MMA fight?
But he's also used to getting punched by just almost bare knuckles. And do you think that might have a little something to do with you? You got boxing gloves. I mean, yeah, it's going to hurt, but...
I wouldn't want to get hit by it.
It's gonna hurt, but I would take a boxing glove over a UFC glove and get punched in the face. But
I thought he held his own in the beginning, but that had to be his plan. I got to go in here and get him right now, and then probably that was Mayweather's plan. I'll just let him wear himself down, and I'll pop him, because you could see maybe the first 2 or 3 rounds his hands were up, and then by rounds 4, 5, 6, his hands were hanging down. They weren't up in front of his face. Yeah, he was tired. He took some shots, but I thought it was called a little early. For some reason, it was entertaining. And I don't even know if it was all fake, but it was entertaining.
I thought it was. Now I haven't watched boxing for a while now, really, but I thought it was the most entertaining fight I've heard about, watched highlights of, or anything else for a while.
Well, they made it entertaining with all the hype and all the publicity.
Well, but they lived up to it too.
Yeah, they're trying to get boxing's a sport that it's on the down. I mean, it's just not as popular as it used to be back in the day, and I think they may have boosted it up a little bit. Now maybe get some other guys maybe interested in, because you're making more money in boxing than you are UFC.
I tell you what, I think Conor McGregor right now is the biggest free agent in sports.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
That accent, and he's so funny.
Not only that, but I mean, UFC's going to want him. Boxing wants him too. They want him bad because he brings the crowd. And I tell you what, it's hard to believe how short a time he has been there with just gloves up, how well he competed. I mean, I don't think anybody believed he was going to go 10 rounds.
No,
he held his own for a while, and it was pretty interesting.
Now think if he had a couple fights under his belt before he did this fight.
Well, it all, like you said, it all comes down to stamina. Yeah. I mean, he's used to going out in a 5-minute, 3-round match, and coming out like a bulldog and just being aggressive. Where you got to pace yourself a little bit in boxing, and that's where stamina comes in, and endurance, and all the above. But I didn't watch it, but just from what I hear, and it was a good fight, and people said they it was like $100 to watch it. Well worth it.
Yeah, it was good. Now they've been throwing that old fight of De La Hoya and Mayweather out, and just watching of it.
Oh yeah.
How did he ever win that fight? Because De La Hoya was just pounding him.
Pounded him. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's 15-0, so somehow he got out of that fight. I don't remember the whole fight, but I was watching highlights of it, and man, was he getting pounded by De La Hoya. But there hasn't been, boxing is a thing that's gone, and it's an interesting sport.
Back in the day, it was Tuesday night fights, and everybody, you're watching. And now it's got to be a big name, and it's got to be pay-per-view before anybody's going to even, turn the TV on. They still have fights on HBO. Do they do that well?
I have no idea.
I know they promote that Cohen or Kinnear or whatever his name is. Can't think of his name.
No.
But he's like the next up and coming, and I don't know. I just don't really get into it. Back in 91, 92 is when UFC really started taking effect, and that was back when there was no weight classes. It was like
that just alienated half our crowd.
Huh?
You just took away half our crowd. What year was that?
Oh, so we're down to 1.
Has it been that long? They've been around that long?
Yeah, because I was watching them at college, and we would get the pay-per-view, and that was back when Hoist Gracie, and there was no weight classes. You fought, you matched up, and you fought that guy in front of you. If you win, you advance to the next match. And there was a lot of weight difference on some of those fights, and you had a specialty back then. Either you were a ground and pound or a boxer. There was no it wasn't really MMA.
Yeah, you had to train for all of it.
Besides, Gracie, he was the elite back then, but yeah, it was fun, and it's just grown in popularity over the years.
Yeah, it evolved quite a bit. When Matt Hughes started coming in,
has anybody heard
weight classes started splitting up and
doing good.
Yeah,
he has a long road ahead of him as far as rehabilitation, but sounds to me like he's pretty lucky.
Yeah.
And it was kind of touch and go there for a while. And yeah, he's a Lincoln College guy, born in Hillsboro, Illinois, and
and pretty tough.
Yeah, pretty tough, real tough.
Seemed like he's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy.
Your Cubbies, they gonna go out? They gonna make it?
I tell you what, they're looking pretty good, fellas.
They're gonna start sparkling here at the end.
I think so. Pretty excited right now. They're playing some good ball. They've won like maybe 9 in a row. What, you want some of that sausage? Is that what you're pointing at?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. When was that dropped off?
Last night.
Well, there's no ants on it, so we're good. But your Cardinals just traded away one of their pitchers, Leak, which you guys aren't really that upset about.
No,
but
I'm kind of excited.
But there's been some big trades on the waiver wire. Upton, he ships out to the Angels.
Anaheim, yeah.
And how about Verlander?
I was going to say,
that was the bigger one, I thought.
Anaheim picks up a guy. They're trying to make a stretch run. They're solid there in the wild card there in the American League. And then here comes Houston saying, hold on.
Yeah.
We're going to bring old Justin Verlander in here. Basically, one of the big things they were missing. They were missing a number 2-1 starter for a playoff push. They had in my opinion, they have really the best offense. So we'll see. That was a pretty awesome move.
Yeah, and the rumor was Verlander was going to Chicago, and he was all set to go there, but Chicago just didn't want to give up what Detroit wanted, and so Verlander had to okay the trade to Houston. So, but that's the way it is. You don't. The Cubs, I don't think they're willing to trade their pieces right now. Our pitching is kind of suspect, but Lester's coming back today. Hendricks is really coming on strong. Lackey has a solid start yesterday. Montgomery, his past 2 starts have been solid.
And you have the postseason experience behind you.
Postseason.
You have the feeling of we can do this.
And it just seems like they've kicked it up a notch. Yeah. Now it's come down to the playoffs, and you can see them with that extra motivation and that extra, I don't know what to call it, but you know what I mean, Jakey.
It might be money.
Yeah. Can I?
That's a motivator. Money.
Can I buy a vow?
You know what? Yeah, you've got that, but you still have that juggernaut out there in L.A. that you're going to have to contend with here before long.
And Kershaw's back.
Boy, he looked good yesterday, too.
And, yeah, he's coming back with like a record of 15-2.
And just had a...
I like him.
That's like a trade in itself. He hasn't pitched since July 28th.
2-hit shutout last night he pitched?
Yeah, we beat him before. We can do it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming down to the wire, folks. Milwaukee's still hanging in there. Your Cardinals are what, 5.5, 6 back?
That sounds about 6 back.
But it looks like they might be throwing in the towel. Maybe.
No? The problem is, we've got so many pitchers that are down and maybe out for the year.
Yeah.
We're just losing Rosenthal officially. He's done for the year.
Well, is that really a loss?
That was a huge loss this year.
You weren't really happy with him, were you?
Well, he was pitching like he used to pitch. So he was huge this year, and then looks like Wainwright. You don't really know what we're going to get out of him. He may be done for the season. He may be done for his career.
Really?
So we'll see what plays out with that. So, yeah, the Cardinals have a tough road ahead, and they're going to have to start doing some more things right.
That's right. They are.
Well, they've got money. They can do it. Let's roll it up and get it done.
Just throw the money out. They have money, but they're not really willing to spend it.
Well, I think
they're very conservative.
Actually, I think they are. They just let Leak go, and they're paying a chunk of his. So they were happy to let him go rather than to keep him on the team.
I'll be darned, Jiggy.
What?
Let that go. Well, you know what? Let's bring it back to
Wait a
college
minute.
football.
Where are we going?
College football.
We can't just. I mean, we got to take a break and reset.
Let's take a break.
I mean,
I'm all about breaks.
Don't just go from one thing to the next.
Oh,
I mean,
on this show,
On this show.
we don't even know what this show's about,
well,
It's a show about nothing.
and that's a show.
And that's a show.
Just a show. All right. Speaking of show, let's take a commercial break. We come back. We'll talk some college football with Joe and Jake. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM.
Back.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home.
It is a beautiful day for some ball games, and we are at the Lincoln Park District for the 2017 Logan County Tournament. And with us this morning is, we'll let you say your name because I'll screw it up.
Michelle Fuiten.
I wouldn't have screwed that one up, but tell us a little bit about what's going on today out here. How many games, who's involved, and what do you have in the concession stand for sale?
Well, every year we have a Logan County tournament for the 5 teams in the county, smaller teams, and we rotate the host. Last year, I believe it was at Chester East, and so this year Carroll's in charge of hosting, and so our home field is the Park District, so this is where the games are. We have a play-in game that was on Thursday, and that was against Mount Pulaski and Hartsburg-Emden, and they played in Pulaski because Pulaski was the higher seed.
Okay.
So they played then, and Pulaski won, so that they're playing now against the 1 seed West Lincoln Broadwell.
So it's a single elimination. You win, you advance. If you lose, you go home.
Yep, and so the next game is at 11 against CCS, NHM, ZLS, ZMP.
Now that you would have messed up.
Yeah.
We have a co-op with New Holland Middletown. We co-op with them. We've had 12 years, I think, for co-op for baseball, basketball, girls and boys, and volleyball. And then Zion Lincoln joined up a couple years ago, and Zion Mount Pulaski said, can we join in? And so we have them as well.
Yeah, get some of those Pulaski kids on there and playing against the Pulaski.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just rub it in a little bit more.
Yeah.
So he said there's another game at 11. So how many games are there? So I'm probably about 5 or 6 today?
No,
Or-
just 3.
Oh, just
Yep,
3.
the 11 o'clock will be the 2 and the 3 seed, and then at 1 o'clock we'll have the championship.
I missed who the 2 and 3 seed were. Who were those?
Chester East and the Carroll
And Carroll.
Co-op.
And then the winner of that plays the winner of this game right
Yep,
here.
yep.
And last I looked, it was 3-zip, but I couldn't tell who was
Yeah,
winning.
this could be an upset if
the
Mount
guests
Pulaski.
are winning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it says right there, Joe.
Yeah,
Guest.
Mount Pulaski could upset the number 1 seed if this continues.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's in the 3rd inning.
WLB better get moving.
On the other side of that, around the corner, around the
He
bathroom.
looks good.
See, your job's never done.
My job's never done. Helping all the kids find their equipment.
So how long, this tournament's been going on for quite some time, and they
Yeah.
do it in basketball too.
Yeah, they do it in basketball, girls basketball. They rotate the location of it. Girls, there's only 4 teams for basketball because, of course, Hartsburg-Emden doesn't have a girls basketball team. And then the boys, they play at Lincoln College, and that's a wonderful tournament that they have at the college.
awesome.
And yeah, it is really nice. And WLCN, I think they do it live on the radio.
Yeah, we've
and
had
that's been
some
nice.
award-winning broadcasting
Yeah.
going on there, haven't we?
With the
Joe?
Ryan boys, I
it's
think.
award-winning.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's something, all right.
Yeah.
That's fun, though, I have to say. That's a fun little tournament, and all those kids get to play on that court.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better day.
No, it's
nice
beautiful.
and cool. And you have the concession stand open,
Concession stand is
it's
open.
a new. I mean, how long has this been here?
You know, I don't know, not very long, I guess. It's really nice inside.
Yeah.
I've never been inside, but yeah, it's fairly new, and they have all the proper facilities, hand
Yeah.
washing station, and you're making sure we're in compliance with the health codes and everything. So we
Yeah,
have
it's-
Avani's gondolas and chips and bananas and granola bars and all that good
Nice.
stuff.
I heard some hot chocolate was being looked for. No hot chocolate.
No hot chocolate. I didn't get up early enough to make hot chocolate for the concession stand.
I thought Howie would have been up early getting something like that.
He's been up pacing, trying to figure out who he's going to pitch. You know, he coaches for Carroll, so he has to consult the general manager. That's what he calls me sometimes. So, you know,
you set him straight.
Sometimes,
Well,
yeah. I mean, technically, I am his boss. I'm the athletic director, and he's my coach. So, you know,
yeah. He's got to walk a pretty tight line.
That's
at home,
right.
Doesn't he?
That's right.
Yes, we understand.
Yeah.
And how old are your little ones now?
Carson is a 4th grader. He'll be 10 in a couple weeks.
Wow,
And he has the Verderber gene. He's really tall. So hopefully he grows to be about 6 foot in the next year or two. I'm sure Coach Fitzpatrick would love that on the Carroll basketball team. And Howie would like it to be a pitcher too.
Well, I'm sure he will.
Well, let's hope he gets the Verderber gene and not the Howie gene.
The Howie gene, yeah. The youngs can be iffy too, you know.
Well, I mean,
well, you got a wild card in there, don't you?
Yeah, but you had some basketball players. I mean, you played basketball. Your brothers. I mean, those youngs. There's a long line of basketball players.
It's just a wild card.
It is. We always have some good games at Rebel Memorial Court at Grandma V's house, you know.
And Howie's a good baseball player.
Yeah. Howie's not a bad basketball player either, really. He's a lefty, good shot.
But I'd heard he's a horrible ref.
Well, no comment.
It's probably just the stripes. He's not good in stripes, and then they pick on you.
Yeah, they always
nobody.
pick on him.
And speaking of refs, you got a couple of locals out there today.
I do.
Are they here for the day?
They are. Donnie Isles and TJ Swartz are here all day long, and they do a great job out there.
Too bad it wasn't 110 degrees for them.
I'm just glad it didn't rain, because that's always a nightmare trying to reschedule this day. And you know, we have 3 games next week to finish up the regular season. Baseball's such a short season. From our first game to the first game of regionals, it's like about a month. So it's a very short season. So you try to cram in as many games. Once the games get started, you have 3-4 games a week. And this year the IESA, they added a new pitch count. So it's pretty extreme as to how many they are limited to. So, you know, you have to, sometimes it's like a puzzle fitting together all the kids and trying to get them to pitch. And
when you have, small schools like they do, you're limited on the number of the kids that can actually pitch.
For sure.
Now you got to find a kid that can just get it to home plate.
For sure. We have some 5th and 6th graders that are pitching for us. We're a pretty young team. We have a lot of 5th and 6th graders that play, out there for us. So, that pitch count has been a struggle at times, and so a lot of teams are forced to throw their 5th and 6th graders. And when you play summer ball, that age group, they're about 5 or 6 feet closer to home plate. And so when they get out here for school ball, and then they move them back, and it's a huge adjustment for them to make, and just trying to get them over home plate can be a struggle sometimes.
Absolutely. Hey, Michelle, how long have you been AD over there?
This is my 3rd year.
Is it very difficult to get done?
Well, now that I have a routine, now that I have a routine going, now I have baseball for next year is all ready to go. I have all the umpires scheduled and all the games are scheduled. So once
it's a lot to take care of.
It is. It's a lot. And then, having Howie's gone a lot to umpire and referee when he's in his seasons. And so my boys are gym rats and they hang out. But, next year Carson will be playing ball, and so I'll be out there watching him anyway. So it'll be good.
And when John Cook was doing that, was he also coaching?
I believe so. And I can't imagine trying to coach and be AD. I mean, I run around like crazy during games and making sure everybody's where they're supposed to and getting officials paid. And
I think Neil's pretty busy out at the high school doing that too, isn't he?
It's a tough job.
It is.
I mean, there's more to it than people think. I mean, like you said, you go to the games, you get all the schedules set up, you got to worry about your officials showing up, and
then you get bad weather.
And then you get bad weather,
bad weather, to mess the whole thing up.
And and I'm in charge of making sure concession stands run and ordering concessions and doing all that stuff. A lot of schools,
you got to facilitate that out. You got to get
I know. Well, a lot of schools, their booster club does it, but we don't.
You don't have a
booster. So
I'm sure you can probably get a few parents together.
We have great parent help that come and they volunteer and they come and run the concession stand and stuff like that. So we always have good help. But it's hard. It's especially hard to coordinate between all the schools. Trying to make sure that they're all on the same page and doing the right thing and be in the right place. So
and then you don't have a bus, right?
You don't have a bus, so parents drive.
Parents get them there.
Yep.
It's very complicated.
John Coca left it in good shape, though. It was run like a well-oiled machine, and I added a little technology factor to it because he was
probably behind times on that.
Yeah, he was still
Still
doing the pen and paper, but other than that, no, he did a great job and left it in, I like to think, capable hands.
How are numbers in sports these days as far as participation? Because I know throughout the country, a lot of the sports, the numbers are down. Kids just aren't going out for a sport or anything anymore.
I know that was the case for West Lincoln. They were down this year. I think they only had 13 kids. They didn't have a tryout even, which I think in the past they'd had to have a tryout. Chester East numbers are really big. They have enough to field 2 separate A teams and B team. So they have several kids on their team. We have, I think, 15 or 16, which is good, a good number, mixed between 5th through 8th grade. But yeah, otherwise, I think numbers are okay. They're not, too bad. Girls basketball just started this week, and we have, I think, 25 girls between the 3 schools that came out, and that is huge.
I remember,
because I coached girls basketball for 8 years when I first started teaching, and there were years where I had 5 girls on the 8th grade team, and then I'd throw in a 5th grader just to make sure she'd sit on the bench in case there was an injury. But I'll never forget Hannah Sheely. She was my point guard, center, forward. I mean, she did everything, because we just didn't have a whole lot.
She's like Danny Duff.
Yeah.
Well, it's Hannah Camp now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Hannah Camp.
She's married off.
She's married. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm old.
Well, we're all getting that way, aren't we, Joe?
Some of us are. Some of us just stay the same age.
But look different.
Could be some truth in that. So can Carroll win this today?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you officially call the school?
Well, we just say the Crusaders.
Okay.
Because we're the Crusaders.
You don't want to leave anyone out. And
No,
I
don't.
Confused.
Sure don't want to leave anybody out.
I remember the year we did the tournament up in, where was that at? Peoria.
Yeah, Peoria.
That was hard to say, that whole name.
Oh, yeah. Dan Horn, he always says it's like looking at an eye chart, with all the letters on the eye chart, and we have all the letters in there. Got to fit the alphabet in. So, yeah, we just say the Crusaders and call it that.
Okay, so can the Crusaders win it all today?
Absolutely, yeah, we can.
And they were what seed?
We were the 3 seed, but between West Lincoln, Chester East, and Carroll, we had 1 point that separated us for 1, 2, and 3 seeds. So it was a very tight seeding. The coaches, the way we do seeding are the coaches send in their records and who they've played, the scores, things like that, and then I collect all that. I send it back out to all the coaches with everybody's information, and then they send me back an email, and it says, what seed each team. They seed each team 1 through 4. Of course, they don't seed themselves, but yeah, it's nice with having the technology, because I remember my early years of coaching, we just went to the schools. We'd have to have a meeting at every, and we'd go to whatever school, and we'd sit there with the chalkboard, and we'd write out the schools and what numbers, and it would be like a secret ballot where you'd write the number on a piece of paper, and you'd slide it over, and you'd write it all on the board. So now it's just taken care of through email.
Well, so if things go wrong for Carroll, we can blame it on Howie and
absolutely
and his pitching decisions, then, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll just call him out.
Yeah, for sure.
He makes a lot of money doing this, and we're going to call him out on that.
Yeah. And at this age, it is all about the pitching. I mean, you have. It doesn't matter if it's your ace pitcher or who. If you're not on pitching, then anybody can win. And trust me, I teach junior high kids, and they are the most unpredictable group you would ever meet.
You think? Has technology changed our junior high kids?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it has. It's changed everybody.
Everybody.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking, I mean, look at this guy. Fastest thumbs in the Midwest.
We thought it was going to make the world better, and I'm not sure that it has. In so many
I don't
ways.
think. I mean, it's ruined kids' social skills.
Oh, for sure.
There's no eye-to-eye talking anymore. They could be 10 feet away, and they're texting each other.
Yeah. Well, I always tell kids, I said, you will never, I don't care how advanced technology is, I don't think you're ever going to be able to text message a job interview. I mean, you're always going to have to go and sit and talk to somebody to get a job, a profession.
Yeah.
So that skill of talking to somebody face to face is so important because you can't text message a job interview.
Or they do it now, where you can look at
video
them on the TV
conference.
screen.
Yeah, you can video conference.
Okay, we'll
but
call
you
you
still have
back.
to look at them. You still have to make eye contact with them.
Yeah,
So
it's amazing.
yeah,
Unless you're an insurance agent, then you don't have to make eye contact with
you
anybody.
just listen to them on the radio and.
You just hide.
You just hope they're in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, here
I
we
heard
go.
the secretaries run everything for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly. There you go.
And
Yeah,
we're gonna take
well,
a commercial break.
no.
Here they go. They found somebody to pick on.
So you're a Cub fan?
No.
No. Then how are you living with Howie and your kids?
Well, I keep them sane, I keep them grounded.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Their heads get in the clouds. They win one championship and they think that they are just the king of the world. And so I just keep them
I'm on the
grounded.
boat with them.
How'd you ever grow up not a Yankees fan?
Well,
Or you kind of
no,
have it?
no, they're probably my second team.
Okay.
My
Just
aunt Nancy Verderber, she grew up, she lived in Chicago, or not Chicago, in St. Louis, excuse me. And so I remember being real little, probably 10 or 11, and my mom would just put me on the train and say, go visit your Aunt Nancy for a week in the summer. And there off I went.
Don't miss your stop.
And one time, Aunt Nancy forgot to pick me up at Union Station, and I had to call her on the phone and say, you pay phones, of course, and say, I'm here, where you at?
Oh, that's funny.
I would
Maybe
never
we can have
do
your
that.
mom
Hopefully she was
on
in
the show
St. Louis.
someday.
She was.
Defend herself.
I'm in Lincoln. I can't pick
She
you up.
she was just running a little late, St. Louis traffic and whatever. Mom says I wasn't 10 or 11, but I feel like I was.
Yeah, they remember
I
it
was
differently.
yeah. So anyway,
Sure.
I went there for a week every summer, and we'd go see all the St. Louis sites and go to Cardinal games, and
So you were brainwashed.
I grew up a winner.
Brainwash. They
grew
were
up a
trying to make
winner.
her a smart girl, and look what it's done.
That's right.
Look how she's excelled in life. There you go.
And not following baseball right now. Living with Cub fans.
We're just
Living with
well
Cub fans.
now. That I can't explain.
Somebody has to be the smartest in the family.
Can't let
Now,
two Cub fans live in the same house.
You guys follow football.
Yeah, we're all Bear
Oh,
fans.
Yeah, there we go.
We're all Bear fans. I like the Bulls. I like the Black. I'm a, Chicago, except for
Well.
I root for winning baseball teams
In the past.
in the past. But
Well, that's good. At least you got the Bears, the Bulls, and the
yeah,
Blackhawks.
And my youngest, he's getting into the world of soccer, which that is totally
Where'd
new
that come from?
territory. I don't know. He's super fast, and he's 6 playing for the Lincoln FC U9 team, and so next weekend we got about 7 or 8 weekends of soccer. I know in a couple weeks they're having their big Route 66 tournament. I think there's 100 teams that are going to be here in Lincoln playing on those fields behind Walmart.
It's big.
It's
Wow.
huge, yeah. So we are trying to learn the game of soccer, and that's a whole new world for me.
At that age, they run in a group, and when that ball pops out of that group,
Yeah. Well, and
Everybody
Carter's
screams.
Carter's had success because he's fast, so he's just
Yeah.
faster than everybody else. He didn't get that
Being
from me.
success in every sport.
Yeah, he did not get that from the young side.
Is that soccer program has grown?
Oh, it's huge.
Coach
It's
Stookie out there is doing
Yeah,
an
he's
excellent
doing a
job. High
great
school, they
job.
won again. I think they're
Yeah,
undefeated.
They're undefeated.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Nice,
I
good.
saw that this morning.
Good for them. And we had them on last weekend, so we like to think we had something to do with that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we had absolutely nothing to do with
Oh,
it.
well.
Absolutely nothing.
You don't know that.
Pretty sure of it. Okay, so did you watch the fight last week?
No, I did not. I didn't need to. I just kept on Facebook. Just people kept updating it, and I
wondered,
just
you're
watched
not-
it there.
You're in that sports family, so I figured you.
No, my brothers were at friends' houses watching, and so I did not watch it. No.
They kept you updated.
Yeah, they kept me
all
up.
right, just checking on you.
I don't really have much interest in boxing or UFC or,
No, I would agree with you. And it's big fantasy football weekend too, so I'm sure there's a lot of fantasy football drafts this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not into fantasy football either.
No, but your brothers are.
They are, and Howie is.
Yeah,
My
there's
dad.
nothing like it.
There's nothing like
It's so much fun.
You can win prizes too.
You can.
Yeah, I hear there's a couple pizzas to be won, maybe.
Well, we did it one year, and it was a huge success.
Huge success.
Huge. No, it really was. And then, not so much. I don't know why. I mean, we gave away a recliner, a TV, pizzas every week.
Things taper off. You know,
people not want free stuff. I mean, I got tickets right here. You want to take your baseball team to night's action tomorrow?
No. Well,
No.
my grandma, she won some tickets, but I will tell you, because Howie was going to give you a hard time, but he never saw you. He's busy now. But
I know.
He once says Chris Bryant rookie card that he won from a few
It's on my
years- a few
computer
weeks
stand
ago.
right there in an envelope. I haven't seen him.
Yeah,
I saw him today, but I don't just carry it with me.
I know. He just likes giving you a hard time like everybody
well,
else.
he'd like to
Well-
have that. Quit trying to keep it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Well, it's about that time, isn't it, Jim? It's about that time.
I took over for Jake. Sorry.
It's good. You added some knowledge to the program, and also you're much better looking.
And you played volleyball in high school, right?
No.
Well,
I my biggest regret in life, I was too scared to try. Yeah, a freshman, and I just didn't go. I just played basketball and softball.
well, on the Apollo side, the Lady Raider volleyball team, they knock off Muhammad Seymour in their first Apollo match. In
Nice.
3 close, exciting sets, 25-23, 22-25, and 25-23. We got a call? What? Well, we
You didn't ask a trivia question today.
I know.
So
Maybe they want to go to night's
maybe they
action.
yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the conference change?
You know, I think there's good and there's bad. I think that there's definitely advantages. There's some sports that we'll be able to compete a little bit more in, and but you know, of course, the disadvantage is the traveling and you know, I think kids getting out of school early, especially for soccer when their games are at 4:30, or we're going to run into that with softball and baseball too. They're going to have to leave school early. So,
Well,
you know,
whover's trying to call,
Did you see her showing
Our-
off the new bus out
our
down there?
producer.
well, I can't see the side of it, but yeah, I see the white.
It looks pretty cool.
All right, I'll have to go check it out.
Brand new, looks pretty cool.
Howie's been wearing an Apollo jacket for a long time. It has the logo on the back of it. Coach Silkowski got it for him, and he's been rocking that for
I like the emblem. I think it's kind of cool looking.
yeah,
It's different.
different.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it all works. I don't know what we have going on.
Well, we'll take a little break here while we siesta. I don't think this pertains
This is
to
a
us.
phone call about bears. Let's carry on with the show.
Well, when that phone rings, we get excited. But Michelle, thanks for stopping in today.
Thanks for taking care of things out here.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it is a
for
beautiful
baseball.
day, for
And,
sure.
we didn't
ask
get
for
to
a better
college
day.
football, but Illinois kicks off today.
Yeah, we got to get moving. It's college football day.
Lovey's going to turn things around there.
I hope so.
Let's go, Lovey.
Yeah.
And exciting things for Illinois, football and basketball.
Hope so.
So thanks for tuning in. Where are we at next week, Jim? We're at Jake's. We're at the Jake's where we're going to be giving something away.
He'll have
We don't know yet, but it's
probably got
gonna
an
be
inventory
something.
reduction sale going on.
Yeah, and he's going to tell us right now what's going on at Jake's. Let's do something big.
And I'm back. Welcome back.
All right, we are at
Inventory reduction sale.
Lincoln
Jake's
Park
next week.
District, 2017 Logan County baseball tourney. And what have we got going on at Jake's?
Inventory reduction.
Sale, sale, sale.
Labor Day sale with inventory reduction added.
All right, we'll be back next week.
Good day.